Okay. System dependent and for map dot entry.
To
What
iterate
is
the, to iterate the map, we have an entry.
okay.
Okay. So we are
Okay.
hash map dot. This is a for each loop. Okay. This is a for each loop. So hash map dot entry set will return as the entry class, entry object. It will return as the map entry object.
Okay.
Using the entry, we can get value or get key or get value.
Got it. So you basically printing that get value, get key. Okay. Get key, get value. Okay.
Since in set and all, it's returning only integer or string, right? We have used directly in for loop with string space name equal to. But here it's returning key value per. We have a class called entry class. In that we are able to store the value in the key value per.
And what is hashmap dot entry set does?
It will return actually it will return as the entry. Uh,
All of the key value pair or just one at a time?
yeah, it will return one at a time. That's why it is as a entry. It is like an it's working like an for each loop. Go in set collection
Like we were
class.
doing
In set
get
collection.
has next, right? And then
Yeah, hash
yeah,
hash
has next.
next. We can't say hash next. Where is the for each loop? Yeah, here it is right. Line number 40.
Yeah.
L set gives us some set, right? That is a string. Okay, this is like a one entry only it
Uh-huh.
is returning. Like this is this string. It's same as this one for each loop.
Mm. Yeah, and this wasn't we used for yeah.
Yeah. Similarly, we are getting only one entry at a time, and we are printing it here. We can do any operation we want. Similarly, we are iterating for all the one.
Yeah, this one is clear. This one is clear actually.
Uh,
Because it's just doing get key, get value based on the entry object,
yes,
which
correct.
is integer string pair. And entry set is returns a set view of the mappings contained in the map. Okay. So it is providing a set view
Yeah,
basically
it's
as
provider
a key
set.
value.
Yes, since we are using for each here we are getting only one. This entry will get only one value.
Hmm. Yep.
Here also same thing,
So
right? Here L list is a string set of. Here L list is a set. Okay. Similar thing there also it's returning a set of. Here we are getting
uh-huh.
only one value. Same thing here it's returning map entry here string. That's it. The difference.
Mhm.
Okay. And also we can iterate using iterator also. Okay. Like this also we are able to
Okay.
do iteration.
And that's also hash map. Okay.
That was the same thing for the same hash map. We have did another way of iteration because in interview right there was then a question sounding right what are the ways to iterate the map.
So your iterator is basically of type entry, map
Yeah,
entry.
yes, exactly.
Okay.
And we are
Okay.
using
Okay.
hash next and a dot next here.
So keep looping until it has next and then it keeps printing. Okay.
Yes, correct. Here also it has two method like empty dot get key and empty dot get value. The another thing based on performance, right? If you want both key and value in our iteration means then only we will go for this entry set. Okay, if you want to suppose in for loop, right, we want both key and value. In this case only we will go for entry set. If you want only value means we will go for like this line number 24 hash map dot values is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Which will return only values.
Only values and that's a string basically. Yep.
Yeah.
So it will be faster.
Yes, so that will be faster. And similar way, for to get only key, there is a method called a key set. It will return as only the what will be key, only key it will return.
Okay.
So we are printing
The rest
the
of
key
type
set.
integer. Got it. So key set will give you all the keys, values will give the values, key and value
Yes,
pair.
exactly. Using entry set, we can get all the things, key
Yep.
and value, and we
So
can.
get value, get key, values and get set, key set.
Yeah, yes.
So this one was for tree map actually. This one is for tree map and this one is hash map.
Yeah, we have
So,
created two maps there. That's good.
so tree map is the same as the set, the tree set where it's
In the orders.
sorted,
Yeah, yes, same.
sorted or insertion order,
Sorted order, sorted order. We'll
sorted
say
order.
yes, exactly. See, last one only we are getting in the key value. Sorry, in sorted order. Other things and
Yeah.
all like this will not be in sorted order. 18, 10, 11, 10, 15.
Mm-hmm.
Like the same. And another thing is like there is a most important question like why we will override a hash code and equals method. Okay. Since your experience, we will
Hash
include this
code
in
and
top.
equals.
Yeah, there is a, as I said before, right? There is an object class. That is a super class for all our classes.
Yep.
Yeah, correct. Right? So suppose we are creating one employee class. Okay, we will. I will explain you about this one tomorrow, Saro, because this one is little bit not little bit complex. It is something like there some concept is there. Okay, I will explain you that tomorrow. Today we will
Okay.
cover on the list as well.
Okay.
The thing is
So,
like why we are overriding hash code and equal means here we have created the employee class we have created normally. Actually we have created employee class. It has only two variables ID and name. I said before like
mhm,
every class our Java class it's by default it will extend our parent class. Parent class is object class. So by
object.
default it has that one. For example,
Uh-huh.
to prove that see, see toString method is there. It is from object class, okay, not from our class. We don't have that method. Still, there is a method showing like toString is there, and the hash code is there. Okay, equal class, equals method is there. Like that, so many methods are there in object class. Okay, loan also will be there.
Okay.
It's structure for me. Like that, so many methods are there. For it, why we will go override the hash code and equal particularly means here we are using key as an integer. Okay. Here if we use string as an integer also no problem. But if we use employee object as an integer, then it's our responsibility to override hash code and equals. I will explain the how hash map works in Java. I will explain these things tomorrow to you.
Okay.
How actually hash map works.
Okay. So in the you were saying in the map, the key can be object also.
Yeah, you can map not only in map in list set.
Oh
Here,
yeah, that's exactly what I mean. Key can be not primitive data type. It could be complex and collections also.
yeah, yes, correct.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. So yeah, if it's an object and value can be anything anyways. Okay.
Yeah. Sir, are you able to join the call by 7 a.m. IST? Your time will be 8:30, right?
Seven? No, no, no. My time. I'm in Pacific time zone, so I'm only 30 minutes difference. So right now, it's 10:06 here. So here is 10:36 a.m.
Your time
East
is?
Coast is like this.
Oh, we are now
You,
only half an hour difference, sir.
yeah, yeah, you are comparing it Bentonville, 2 hour ahead.
Okay, okay.
This is 2 hour behind Bentonville time. It's a San Francisco time, right?
Okay, okay.
So right now it's, so what time do you think want to join tomorrow?
Our aim 7 o'clock means what is your time?
If it's your 7 a.m. in the morning, mine is 6:30.
Oh, then it will not possible for you to join, right?
Yeah, probably be back from work by that time.
Okay, okay, okay. Then
But Tuesday I can do it. I mean, your Wednesday I can do it.
by Wednesday. Okay. Why so?
That like today is Monday there, right?
Yeah, yes, correct.
So your Wednesday morning I can do 7 your time.
Okay, okay.
Wednesday 7 a.m. if you want.
Okay. Do you have any off on that day?
No, 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 because I have a class in a gym at same time at 6 in
Okay,
Monday and Wednesday, my time.
okay,
So
okay.
your is basically Tuesday and Thursday. I will be in the gym at 7 a.m. your time. So that's why I was saying.
Okay.
And for Tuesday, for your Wednesday and Friday, it works actually better for me if you can do your 7 a.m.
Tuesday and Wednesday.
Your Wednesday and Friday.
Wednesday and Friday. Okay, then we will have Wednesday at 7 o'clock and we'll
Okay.
check its work and what means we can work and until that same on Friday as well.
Yeah. Also, Mohammed, when you get a chance, explain me what is the difference between list and an array? Actually, this is array list and linked list, but it looks like an array to me.
So you are not seeing a difference for list and array, right?
Yeah, like it says array list, right?
Yeah, yes,
But array
correct.
list is also like array only.
No, but array list is a collection of it's an API, right? It has some predefined methods. I have created a list here. See, I am able to have n number of methods predefined one. It is an advanced of array. That's it.
Okay, okay. Because it comes with all these methods and
Yeah. But in case of array, we have to write our list on that. Always we used to create the object as some superclass or interface. reference type as an superclass or interface, but we will create the actual object for our array list.
That's like a polymorphism, right? Override.
Yeah, yes. There are so many methods inside this list. See, we have got the list and we are creating another list. I have created another list. There is a method called add all, where we can add all the collections of another. Here I am going to add
So basically added everything that was in list in the
the list.
list one.
List one we have added all the list of list. When we run this, right, we have used two types of for loop. One is for each and another is an iterator. Here we have used second list. We have added all the list of first list and another name called sorrow. So in we are iterating first loop, it's printed only 4, and while iterating for second list, we are getting 5. Included the new one, and we have added all the list of previous list.
Yep. So, but now it is showing as if it's all different indexes, right? But there are only two index locations, right? When you said list one dot add all list,
That is
it
correct.
created index one as Saurabh, but second index one was actually a list itself.
No, no, it will not take that. It will consider it added all the list. Means it will create a each index for that one separately.
It's not okay. Okay.
Because
I
it
was
knows that, because see that we are not adding anything, we are adding as a collection, right? So they are having differences. When you see the parameter, right, it's accepting only collection. Now there is a method called sort. You know, the first list is sorted one. Harry, Jenny, Julie, Suresh. Okay, it's sorted one. Using the sort method, we can do sorting.
yep.
And also, if we go for employee class, right? I will explain one more thing here. This is simple one, okay? Till now it is simple, but when you speak with advanced in list, right? The thing is comparator and comparable interface. Comparator and comparable interface. Both are interface only. Okay.
Hmm.
Using this comparable interface, we can, for example, I have an employee class here. Okay. I have employee class here. If I created an object for employee, now it is giving error because we have created the list as a string, okay, but we are adding an employee object. So we have to convert it into an employee control style. This is nothing but a generics.
Okay.
So now I am going to create another employee class. So now we have got the employee list. So now the thing is, we can't use. Now I don't know. I am thinking about this. First, we will print that one and we will see what. We will print this one. So we are getting the output as what we inserted. The same order we are getting the output. 5 this. Now there will be a requirement like we want to sort it based on the key. Okay, we have to sort it. We have to sort the list based on the what to say employee ID, not the key values are here. Here we want to sort it based on the employee ID. Note it down here carefully. Here we can't use the previous method which we used collection dot sort because here it has a comparator. Here we have to use comparator to sort the object. So making this way means you might get confused. I will create a separate message for it. is forcing us to override one method. We will compare. Now we have implemented this compare to method here, okay, which will help us to sort it based on the employee ID now.
Hmm.
Now we go with the collection start sort. Now it is printed in order 1 to 5. Comparable interface helps us to do that one. Okay, here we are comparing only the ID, using ID only we are comparing. Okay, just what we are doing is we are passing. It will take like an is compared to is right. It will take a collection object. It will take a collection object, and while iterating, it will fetch that. It will pass employee ID here and the existing one. It will compare both. Okay, if it is equal means it is returning 0. If it is greater means it will return 1. If it is less than means it will return -1. Which helps us to do the sorting using comparable interface. Now we can't sort it based on the name. Okay, we can't sort it based on the name. Okay, we can using comparable. We can sort only based on ID or name. From anyone only we can sort it. Um, there is an interface called the comparator, which helps us to do the both. Okay, you can sort it based on ID or name or any other fields. Okay, we can create each comparator for that one. What's the main compare? We will use mostly comparator only. Comparable means if you are going for comparable class means it is modified our class itself. See here, this is main object class. Okay, it's modified this class itself. This employee class itself, it get modified comparable. So we can't write another comparative method to sort it based on the name. Okay. In case of comparator, right, we can create each comparator class. For example, if you want to sort it based on ID comparator means we can create ID comparator class where we can sort it based on ID, and we can create another comparator class for name comparator where we can sort it based on the name. Okay, we will see that more. It's fine with you, right? Shall we see that one alone today?
It's up to you.
Okay,
I
we
think
will.
we already have, yeah, we can do it tomorrow. I just have few questions. I mean, I can ask you few questions right now.
Okay, okay, okay.
Then tomorrow we can pick it up. So by the time I'll brush up a little bit more. So let me just try to understand this.
Main thing is comparable and comparator interface. Normally, if you want to sort it based on the integer or string, right? If our list has only string or integer, You know need to go for comparator and comparator interface. There is a collection class which will by default it will sort it. Okay, collection dot sort of list will sort it based default. We have already implemented that one. Here line number 18. If our list is the set of our employee classes, some object classes means at that time to sort it based on the either of the fields we have to write a comparable or comparator interface. Now what is comparable and comparator interface? Now if you go for comparable interface means we need to implement that in our class itself. For example, we have to there is a list of employee class means we have to implement that comparable in the employee class itself. So it's modified the employee class and we have override the comparative method for ID. Now we can't write another method like comparative to sort it based on the name. Okay, but in case of comparator, we can write each classes. We no need to do it same. We no need to implement in the same class, the same Kojo class. Okay, we can write it
Right.
separate classes for like ID comparator, name comparator. What all the fields are there? What we want to sort it based on the fields, we can write a separate comparator for that field.
Right.
Yeah.
So for comparable, it's basically override, but comparator, you can create multiple classes based on each
Each field.
key that you want to
Yeah.
sort with.
Yeah. Yes. Correct.
Okay. But here I didn't understand when I called this, right? Collections dot sort and have passed employee list.
Yeah. Yes. Correct.
Right? How is this related to the one that I highlighted with this?
So it's by default it will look for the method.
When we call sort function, sort method,
Yeah, when we call sort function and we are passing the employee object, right? We are passing some object class means by default it will look for that one.
object dot sort basically.
Yeah, it's correct. In compare while implementing comparator interface, right? We used to call this comparable method only. There you will find that how we are calling the comparative method. What I am saying, you got it right? While implementing comparator, we will use this comparative method.
When we are doing comparator, not comparable.
In comparable by default it will take comparative method. Okay, in comparable
Okay.
by default it will call this method. But in case of
Okay.
comparator we can use this method, comparative method to do the sorting.
Right. But what I was trying to understand, Mohammed, was this. Like we created this array list of employee, right?
Yeah, yes, fine.
Then we actually
Set the value for
added
the list.
added the values for it, right? All the employee object tag. Then we basically added all those employee objects in the list.
Yeah, yes, correct.
So once that's done, I have an employee list, which is a list of objects,
Okay.
right? And I said sort this list.
Yeah, it's correct.
So it's basically when I call sort, it is comparing objects instead of primitive data types, right?
Yeah, yes, correct.
So this method when I called and passed this employee list, I, I don't understand how is this helping? Like when did this get called when I called this collections.sort employee list? So in this method, in the collections object, when you pass this, isn't the collections in the collections interface or this sort has already feature to compare objects.
Once again, I will explain. This is our string, right? This is our string class. Okay.
Yeah.
Here also it has the comparative method. See, this class is already implemented the comparable interface.
Mm. Oh, okay.
Okay, so it is calling comparative method.
Oh, so that's an algorithm where it's sorting.
Yeah, yes, correct.
So we are
For sorting,
overriding this method.
yeah, yes. Here also in default string primitive data type also has that method comparative method.
Okay.
Okay, that one only we are overriding that one. That's it. In our class, it's our responsibility to do that one, right?
Right. Okay.
But in interview point of view also, these questions are more important. What is comparator, comparable? They won't ask directly. They will ask a they will give a scenario like the same thing. Suppose you have an employee class, and there is a three fields are their ID, name, salary. If I want to sort based on the salary, means what you will do. If I want to sort it based on the name, means what will you do? Like that, there is
Right.
a questions of the.
So when you did a override of this, when you called employee list, you actually, this is calling each object's method, right?
Yeah, is correct.
So when you say ID of employee dot ID, then return 0.
Hmm.
So what does this do basically here? Like it's trying to sort four objects basically, all these
Then
four
it
objects
using some data
based
structure
on key.
algorithms only. It uses some basic data structure algorithms only. It means that you might read right some linked list or something. I remember that I have read in college days. For example, there is a if collection is like this means what it will do is it will sort it for first time. So take it like this. Okay, it will check for three is greater than one or not. Okay,
Okay.
if 3 is equal to 1 means it will return 0, so it will not interchange. If here also it's 3 means the value is same, so it will return as 0, so it will not interchange. If it is greater than means if it is returns once means then it will interchange the field. Like that some algorithm you might read, right? If 3 1 is there, it will
Mhm.
change it to 1 3. Based on that algorithm only it's working internally.
Okay. So I'll do some more reading. I'll try to
Yeah,
understand
some
what the
data
algorithm
structures are
does.
there. Okay, I don't remember
Okay.
what algorithm actually you are using there.
Yeah, so basically every time you call using collections, this sort employee list,
Yeah, that will call as
this,
comparative method.
mm,
Using the
and then it basically already have four objects there which are getting compared to each other,
yeah, yes,
but only the IDs.
yeah, only on ID. That's what we configured in employee class.
So let me give it a stab first. Let me read this and try to understand the logic of this. Then I'll probably be able to understand it. But that's comparable, right? The other one is comparator.
Comparator. Yeah, if possible, try to implement that one as well by your own. If not, means we will do that tomorrow. Just take this as an
Okay.
exercise and try to do. Not means we will do tomorrow.
Oh, that's good. Just last question then.
Yeah,
So we saw hash map, we saw tree map, but
yeah, yeah.
these are different, right? These are linked hash map only. That's for the threading.
Yeah, yes, correct. If you want to do that means just copy and create. Nothing is there.
Uh-huh. Now I'll try. Let me try first. We will talk tomorrow.
Yeah, just copy and paste and instead of new hash map, create a concurrent hash map and create linked hash map and create hash table and see the differences.
Yep.
Just here we have to change. That's it. The thing is, it will work based on the threading, multi-threading concept. Okay, but creating and set putting and everything is same. Okay, but it works
Mhm.
based while execution, right? It will work multi-threading scenarios. It will work differently.
Yeah. Okay, I'll go over it again. For tomorrow, I'll have to read this. I think little bit to understand more.
Okay.
Okay, Mohammed. We'll just catch up tomorrow then same time,
Yeah, yeah, sure.
and then day after we'll meet early.
Yeah, yeah, sure, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Bye.
All right, Mohammed. Bye.